All right, everybody, here we go. Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for September 20th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we'll go through my top Major League Baseball free plays for Friday. And after we finish, run on over to Pickdawgz.com where I'll have my Friday premium college football plays locked and loaded along with Major League Baseball. Absolutely smashing Major League Baseball. Did it again last night. Congratulations to everybody who's been able to tail over the last month and a half. It's been an amazing run. Also, college football heading into this week. After last week, and we've hit 61% of our college football plays. That has added to a 2-year run of 60% documented winners plus 3,575 units. So looking forward to starting off this weekend strong. And of course, Saturday we have a massive amount of college football games, a great slate of games, a slate of games that I'm extremely confident about and can't wait to get there. Jump on my single plays or my Major League Baseball 3-pack for $49.99 or my college football 3-pack for just $54.99. Of course, every individual play and every 3-pack comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. In addition, there's only one way to get every play that I release, and that's to simply become an all-access member. And you can do that over the next 30 days for less than $10 a day. Check that, less than $11 a day. Over the next 90 days for less than $10 a day. Or better yet, just jump on that annual all-access pass that gives you every play I release. It takes you all the way through college football season, the NFL, all the way through the Super Bowl, the championship game, National Hockey League, NBA, college basketball, Major League Baseball. Gives you with all of those plays for one low price. Comes out to be about $3.70 a day. You can throw it on the credit card. We'll pay it off at a little at a time, and then we'll sit back and relax. And every play that I send out is going to be right smack in your hands, so you can take it down to your book, take it to your website, take it to the guy down at the corner store, which is where I used to take my selections. But just let's make sure we have a fantastic football season just like we did last year. Off to a great start, and we're going to continue that this weekend as well. Okay, on to your free plays for Friday. Remember, these are your probable pitchers, so please confirm before placing your wager. 1:05 Eastern Time, 9:01-9:02 Washington Nationals against the Chicago Cubs. Cubs minus $1.75, 9 under minus 15. Trevor Williams against Jameson Taillon. Very early wagering shows the public is going to do what they normally do, and that's bet on the favor and the over. We have seen that the residue of Thursday's game is still kind of wearing off, so the heavy hitters have not come out to participate in this game if they're going to at all. With Trevor Williams, 5-0, decent, interesting story here. 5-0, 2.22 ERA, making his first start after coming off the 60-day IL, suffering that flexor strain in his pitching arm. Williams has not started a game since the last week in May against the Atlanta Braves. As good as he was back in the spring and early in the season, I think there is a lot to overcome here. He's a pending free agent at the end of the season, and that has to play some part in his mind. I don't know if it's a positive or a negative, but certainly a little bit of pressure. And really, if you look at the schedule, he's only going to get one more start, so he really has to quickly get back into form. I think that's a lot to ask. And this is also a guy that historically has given up a ton of home runs. Cut that down early in the season, but again, does that play on his mind heading back into his final 2 starts of the year? Jameson Taillon, 10-8, a 3.54 ERA, has been on a roll over his last 3 starts, allowed 3 earned runs in his last 19 innings, and that's good to see, but I still can't forget who he's been over his last 7 starts. He has a 3-2 record, but a 4.32 ERA, and that factors in his recent 3-game run. That's been pretty good. So that should give you a better view of where he is long term, and that tells me more about who he is rather than a couple 2 or 3 recent good outings. Still need to see more from Taillon before I can consistently put my money on him or consistently bet on him when I'm involved with a total. The Nats gave up a ton of runs to finish the New York series against the Mets, and that didn't stop in the first game against the Nationals. 8 of the Cubs' last 10 games have cashed over tickets, and I'm betting that trend continues today. We're going to go over the 9 minus $1.05. Game number 2, 6:40 Eastern Time. 903, 904, Pittsburgh Pirates against the Cincinnati Reds. Reds minus $1.25, 9 under minus 15. Mitch Keller against Nick Martinez. I would say get on this game now. It's not as big of a rush, but because Keller's on the other side, and he's always kind of a favorite of bettors, and he certainly is a favorite of the odds makers, but he's going to prevent this number from being too volatile. But in the end, I think Cincinnati is going to get the majority of the money. So make sure you can jump on this as soon as possible. We have seen 2 large wagers placed at Caesars on the website on the Cincinnati Reds minus $1.25. We've also seen one at DraftKings in Tennessee, or out of Tennessee, on the under 9 minus 15. What's interesting about those 2 wagers is they were made at the exact same time, all the way down to the second. There might be a story in that somewhere. I'm not really sure, but I thought that was pretty interesting. 2 separate sports books, states apart, had the same, or not the same, but a wager on the side and the total at the exact same time. I don't know, maybe coincidence. There aren't many positives to point to when you're talking about the Pirates or the Reds for that matter, but Cincinnati is 26-18 this season when getting 70% or more of the ticket count. Right now, they're sitting at 77%. The Pirates are a team you just cannot rely on to win games as an underdog. And that has been not only the theme in 2024, that has been a theme for years. And we ran the numbers actually as an underdog this year. They're 38-51, but that has added to a horrendous 5-year record of just 38% winners minus 33.19%, or 33.19 units lost over the last 5 years. So they've only won 38% of their games as an underdog. Mitch Keller, 11-10 this year, a 3.87 ERA. Numbers aren't bad, but recent form kind of shows that the numbers aren't as good as his overall numbers would probably indicate. Recently, just there's something about Mitch, and it's really plagued him his whole career. He's got all the talent in the world, and sometimes he goes out there and he absolutely shuts teams down. He gets double digits in strikeouts, and then other times he really labors through some starts. And I know he had that run of quite a big run of quality starts, but I think that he was kind of pushed out there to sit out there for more than 5 or 6 innings, and just because the Pirates were reluctant to go to their middle relief for most of the year, and rightfully so. Over his last 4 starts, Keller has allowed 11 earned runs over his 21 over 21 in a third innings. That's a 4.64 ERA, and over his last 4 starts, opponents are hitting .315 against Keller. Nick Martinez, 9-6, 3.37 ERA. Over his last 3 starts, he's 3-0 with a 0.96 ERA and 2.33 over his last 5 starts. I'm taking the Reds here, and I'll probably go against the Pirates in most instances as the season winds down, as long as the number is right and good for our bankroll. 9:40 Eastern Time is your last game. 9:23, 9:24. New York Yankees on the road against the Oakland Athletics. Garrett Cole against JT Ginn. Yankees are minus $2 on the road, 8 over minus 15. 89% of the cash is on the Yankees. No surprise there. 91% of the cash is on the over. We've seen some slight movement on the money line at a few sites, but so far professionals have really passed up this matchup so far. Garrett Cole is 6-5, a 3.97 ERA. Last time we saw him, he was getting smashed by the Boston Red Sox, allowing 7 earned runs and 4 in a third innings, 3 walks, just 2 Ks, and probably the most telling number, if you break down that outing, he only had 5 swing and misses in that game, and only has 12 over his last 2. So he's not fooling anybody as he's accustomed to doing. Ginn is going to be making his 5th start of his major league career, looking for his first win. Over his last 4 starts, Ginn is 0-1 with a 5.40 ERA. And if we break down his season totals, opponents are hitting .287 overall, 405 over his last 2 starts, 307 over his last 5 appearances, and 297 over his last over against his last 102 hitters. So really, if you break down his numbers, there is nothing saying that he's going to be able to shut down the New York Yankees. No matter how much the odds makers give credit to Garrett Cole when it comes to the total, I'm not going to go under this one. I don't see either one of them. There's nothing about their recent form that would give me confidence that they were going to shut the other team down. And really, we have two teams here, and don't get me wrong. Oakland's had a long season, but they still are up there in home run numbers. We know the Yankees can put up runs, and a lot of times when I get involved in these totals, I say to myself, well, can one team get almost all of this? And I think that is the case here. I definitely could see the Yankees doing that. And if Garrett Cole has the outing or something similar to what he did against the Boston Red Sox, then Oakland can do more than their share to push us over this total as well. And we're getting a bankroll-friendly juice on this number. So we're going to go over the 8 minus $1.06. So that does it for your Friday free plays. Please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play that I release for one low price. College and NFL season passes still up on the website, $5.99.99, or you can get both for $8.99.99. Don't forget, it's also not too late to take advantage of my Major League Baseball season pass. From now to the end of the World Series, you get every one of my plays. Go over to pickdawgz.com and see what we've done. Smash baseball. It does not matter. I know you want to bet football, but it doesn't matter where the money comes from as long as it does. And right now, it's coming from Major League Baseball. Okay, here's your Friday free play recap. Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals over 9 minus $1.05. Cincinnati minus $1.25. And the Yankees Oakland over 8 minus $1.06. That does it for today's show. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Free to do, and it helps me out a little bit. I appreciate each and every one of you that has put their money behind me this week and in the upcoming days ahead in what is going to be a massive weekend of sports. So let's crush these bookmakers. Let's show them that we're just a little bit smarter and a little bit ahead of where they are. And if we have another season like we did last year, man, we're going to be paying a lot of bills. So thank you so much to everybody that has put their money behind me. And we're off and running. We're going to have another great weekend. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Friday.